Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, welcome to today's class. Actually, this class is nothing but the continuation of the previous class. In the last class, I was discussing about summary writing. I think you all can remember that. So, today I would like to continue that class. Actually, you can consider it the extension of that class or that previous class. Whatever students, of course you will get this class useful, so be attentive and concentrated. Whatever students, in the last class I was telling about the writing of summary about a person. Today I like to discuss about another topic, another portion. Alright, sorry. Before going to write a summary, I just like to discuss about some other points which should also be useful for you. I am going to write those points one by one so that it can be helpful for you to grab the conception about writing the summary. Whatever, if you like to write a summary about any incident happening or about a person also, I have collected some points. I am going to give you, you just follow. First one, you have to take a focus on introduction or definition. Actually, it totally depends upon the feature of the passage. If that passage is said about anything or any definition based something, then you can write about the definition of that passage, about the thing or about the matter, or in one sense I can say introduction, and then second point should be characteristics. Characteristic or feature students, that means what should be the feature or character of that item or thing or matter or something like that. Types, how many types of that things are or how many types of that thing should be. In this way you can say about type. And then causes and effects. If something happens, then what should be the cause of it or what is the effect of that. Suppose load shedding, if a passage is said about load shedding, then you have to write about the cause, that means deficiency of supplying electricity, or what is the effect, that means many people suffer. In this way you have to write about the point of causes and effects. And then history. Actually, if a passage is written about any important place or something like that, then of course there should be a history about that. So you may have to write a point about the history of that passage or of the thing, whatever. And then struggle and location. That means suppose if we get the point about a person and of course he should be famous in his life. How did he become famous? Of course he struggled hard, so you may have to write that point about his struggle. So struggle should be a key point about it, about writing a summary. And struggle and location, where did he struggle or from where did he take his educational degree or something else, or about any battle or something else. So it should be another key point. And then I am writing here students, merits and demerits. Suppose if any passage is given about for mankind, then you will get merits or demerits. If you get merits you have to write, and if you get demerits you have also you should also write. But some passes may be set in this way that you will get these 2 points at a time. So you have to add this point at the same time. So you have to take a special focus on this point also, merits and demerits. And then I think this point is so much important, and that is importance. Importance. Actually, what is the importance of that thing, or what is the use of that thing? You may have to add, or you may have to mention about it. And 9, problem. What should be the problem of that matter? Suppose I was telling about load shedding. Of course, it's a great problem, load shedding. We all know that load shedding is a great problem of Bangladesh, or such as unemployment problem or traffic jam, something like that. There are many problems in Bangladesh. This type of questions, this type of points, this type of items may be set in your exam question paper. Then if you get that point, that summary as problematic, as a point of problem, then you have to write that in one line. And then last point, solution to that problem. Of course, the solution may be given in that passage, because where there is a problem, there is a solution, we know it. So if we read that passage carefully, most probably we will get solution. Then you have to write the solution at last, and in this way you can conclude summary writing. Students, 1 point, there are 10 points here. I have collected these points from many sources, but these points may not be available in one passage. You may get many points in many passages. So if you don't get 1 point, then you will omit, no problem. It's not necessary that all the points will be included in one passage. So you have to read that passage carefully, so that you can get the main points. You have to think over these points. That means I have to write one line, at least one line about these points. Then of course it should be a summary of 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines. That's not a problem, but you can take a special focus on these points. It may be helpful for a student. So I'm repeating: introduction, characteristic, types, causes, history, struggle, merits, importance, problem, solution. Actually these types of points are usually set in these types of some passages. That's all. So students, I think now it's time to erase these points, and hopefully you all have got the points. Now I'll erase it and I will read one passage. Alright students, now I am going to read one passage of the book of English first paper of class 9 and 10. So all the students should try to follow it, and the first line of that passage should be: thousands of people in Bangladesh are suffering from arsenic poisoning. I think you all, if you get that passage right now, you can follow, or if you just fail to get that point, try to find that passage later and you will follow it. Now I am going to start reading the passage. Thousands of people in Bangladesh are suffering from arsenic poisonings and more being affected every year. Arsenicosis is caused by drinking tube well water containing arsenic. The main recommendation for the people who are affected by arsenic is to drink water from a source that contains no arsenic. The effects of arsenicosis are less severe among people who eat a healthy, balanced diet, ideally containing fish and vegetables. This is an initial treatment for arsenicosis. It is believed that vitamins A, C and E are effective for treatment of arsenicosis. Deaths due to long-term poisoning make it even more important to address the problem as soon as possible. Many people currently drinking arsenicosis contaminated groundwater may develop problems soon. They must attempt to find safe source of water. Tube wells which have been tested for arsenicosis should be painted green if they are safe or red if they are unsafe. Deep tube wells are free from arsenic and bacteria, although they will need testing in the future to ensure that that is still the case. Surface water in ponds and rivers is a potential source of arsenic free water, but no surface water should be used without some form of treatment. Rainwater can be collected. This water is free from arsenic and bacteria, though care must be taken to ensure that the container is clean. This is the whole passage, students. Now I think we can try to write a summary, and writing a summary I think I should take the help of this book. So I am start writing the summary. Students, just follow. Actually in the previous class I was telling about the very first line. So taking the point from that class, I just like to start. The very first line should be the passage deals about very short line. The passage is about arsenicosis, or the passage discusses about arsenicosis or arsenic problem, or the passage deals about. I have written one line, you can take another line also. This should be the very first line. Then we can discuss about cause or effect or something like that. How? In this way we can write, as thousands of people in Bangladesh, as thousands of people in Bangladesh are suffering from arsenic problem by drinking tube well water, by drinking tube well water, we should take care of it. I am repeating the line, as thousands of people in Bangladesh are suffering from arsenic problem by drinking water, tube well water, we should take care of it. That means we have to take a focus on that. Then the next line should be, it's a problem. I am telling about problem or source or something like that. If we like to protect it, its solution, in one type of solution. If you like to protect it, we should eat balanced diet. We should eat balanced diet. We should eat balanced diet. Ideally, balanced diet containing fish, which contains fish, actually fish and vegetables. We have to vitamin A, C and E are so much effective, so much useful for the treatment of arsenicosis, and we can drink water from safe, from ponds and from we can drink water from the safe sources, you can add like ponds water, river water by boiling in this way. This is the passage actually, students. Some points are given in this passage about treatment, students. How a person will get the treatment of arsenicosis, and what are the reasons. You can also add some points about reason, such as bacteria is the cause of arsenicosis. In this way, you can do that. You can write also. I have written few points actually. I have just shown you about the point of problem and solution. These 2 points I have added 2 points, but I didn't write the full passage. Actually, you can write in this way: reason or cause or effects and the result, the process. In this way, you can write, students. So I think you all have got few items or a sense or an idea about writing a summary. In these 2 classes, I have tried my best to give you a conception about writing a summary, and hopefully it will help you a lot, and you all should practice it more and more at home, because if you actually 1 or 2 classes or short discussion will never be enough for helping you. You have to practice it. If you practice at least 50 passages or 50 summaries, then you can write one summary properly. So there is no alternative of practicing more and more. I always say that. You will practice writing these points again, then you will show it to your or submit it to your teacher, and then again submit again. In this way you will go, and then I think one day you will be able to write a good summary, and this summary will help you in your later life, because summary writing is an inevitable part of English first paper or English learning. So I think it's all for these 2 classes, students. It was I have said once that it was the continuation of the previous class. So it's all about summary writing, students. I think you will practice it at home. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for staying with me, and stay fine and safe. Allah Hafiz.